Okay. Looks good. Might be having some dropped frames. Okay. That's all right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see if that is a little bit better. I've toggled some of the settings and hopefully, yeah. Okay, good. We're getting way less dropped frames. That seems to be doable. All right. Give me just a moment, guys. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat. And we will get the party started. All right. Here we go. Yeah, hooray, everybody. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and share this, send out a little thing, let people know we're here. Whoop, there we go. Hooray, everybody. Yeah. Just a moment, guys. I appreciate y'all's patience. Bam! All right. Now we're cooking with C4. Okay, pull up the chat here. Hey, what's up? Yo, welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you. Yeah, so essentially what had happened was I wanted to learn to do VTubing. It looked really cool. I found out about it through TikTok and I wanted to figure it out, especially since I live in Texas and it is very hot and time consuming to wear and be inside of and get inside of a fursuit. I still have my fursuit. I love it. It's amazing. I'm still going to wear it to things like conventions and meetups and stuff like that, to events and everything. But wearing it inside where it's already hot and where our air conditioning in this apartment is prone to just up and dying, not a lot of fun to wear half a couch on your face. So, yeah. That, and I honestly just really was interested in VTubing. I saw it and I thought, I could learn to do that. So it took me a little bit to figure out. And yeah, here we are. We're doing it, making it happen. So I wanted to take that and see if I could get a, model of my persona. I didn't know how to make models with VTubing. I had a 3D model of the elf. If you look, Memory, the digital elf, that was my character based off one of my old Dungeons and Dragons elf characters. I made him with Vroid Studio in Steam and a lot of assets from Booth, and it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about it. getting everything set up and working, and that was awesome. It was really fun. And I always had it in the back of my mind, like, man, I wish I could get a cool VTubing model, so I can get back into doing the furry stuff. Because, man, the community with the furries is so good. The furry community is absolutely amazing. I love them. They got me through 2020. So, I figured out, they're like, oh, why don't you just do it? I forget who said, but just do it with a PNG tuber. And I'm like, oh, like the little two-dimensional guys, you can just do whatever with. I'm like, yeah, and it's way less taxing on your computer. And I'm like, well, all right. So I basically pulled this guy off of a Sonic character creator game I found on, I think it was called Pick Crew or something like that. I got a lot of expressions, like if I can do like this. Hold on. Happy, less happy, rather concerned, snarky, sassy, whatever, and less snarky, less sassy, whatever. So yeah, it's a hell of a good start. I'm not mad at that, and I'm sure that as I go, I'll figure out how to do face tracking and stuff like that, where I am able to move my head around and have it follow and everything. Eye tracking would be really cool, stuff like that. But we'll figure that out as we go. I wanted to get a good starting point so I could just kind of hit the ground running with this in terms of streaming and making shorts. I use a simple, like a free version of a video editing software on my phone to make the shorts. So that's a lot of fun. Thank you, I appreciate it. I wanted to make him as close to retro as I could with the stuff that I had available. Like I said, I was working with a limited set of tools, but all things considered, I think it turned out really, really well, and I like it. What I would like to do, if I can get better at it and a little bit of practice, is add shading to it to make the model just look better. But like I said, this is a really good starting point. I'm really happy with this so far, so I can't complain. And, I'm a Sonic fan, and a lot of cool Sonic stuff going on right now with Sonic Origins and Frontiers coming out. Maybe someday they'll even listen to the fans and give us another Chow Garden. But, yeah. But it's pretty easy to do this, to make this happen. I am using an application called VadoTube Mini. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is, you can donate for it, and you basically set up the scenes for the different expressions to kind of do whatever. And I actually had to go in and draw in the blinking myself with like my phone and like a stylus. I had to kind of just figure it out myself. Basically, I took this and ran that down the rest of the eye. Very easy stuff to do. So, yeah, a lot of fun. But yeah, so I'm excited to be back, man. I have a Nintendo 64 retrospective video I'm working on right now. And what I would like to do for Christmas is another holiday special. Get together with some of the other friends of mine in the furry community and make a goofy, maybe a little bit cheesy Christmas special. So I'm actually going to take a quick break here. And I got to take my dog outside because she's whining at me for some reason. Even though I just took her out. I guess dogs are like toddlers now. So sit here and stare at the screen while I run downstairs. It'll take like 5 minutes. Okay. Thank you for your patience, guys. I just had to run her downstairs to go potty. My dog is being a goober. Hwah! You know, and I actually debated, since this is a Coyote, you know, I figured I could take just about any character and make it look cool, because I bought the suit used off of eBay, of all places. It was Lemon Brat. I like them. You know, I like their style of fursuit. And before, my first fursuit, again, was also off of eBay, but it was a rabbit. It was Harrington Hare. If you go back to the very beginning of this channel, you'll see a lot of videos of the rabbit, Harrington Hare. But I wanted to, regardless of what my persona was, I wanted to pick an animal that was native to Texas. So I debated, actually, trying to thicken up my Texas accent, since it's a coyote or a rabbit, and really throwing on that there southern accent and laying it on really thick like this with a southern drawl, y'all. You know what I mean? I mean, if Jacksepticeye can make it work with a very thick Irish accent, I'm sure I can probably make it work with a thick Texas accent. What do you think? What I'd like to do is see if I'm able to draw in a hat, kind of like Knack the Weasel, or Fang the Sniper, whatever the heck he's called over here. The purple guy from Sonic the Fighters. Honestly, I actually thought he was a coyote. But he was like, apparently, he was 3 different animals in 3 different regions of the world. A wolf, a jerboa, a weasel, what? You know, so... yeah, man. So I'm happy to, you know, be back with retro and start making furry content again. Of course, we're also going to make the retro gaming content. I do have some recent pickups I'm going to be showing off here with shorts as we go. But yeah, man. I'm super jazzed. I'm really happy that we're back doing this again. Because, you know, as awesome as the digital elf character was, my channel took a hit. Probably the biggest dip in subscribers I've ever had. So that kind of sent a message loud and clear that I need to get back to business as usual. You know, so we're doing that. You know, like I said, I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot, but I'm happy to be back doing this. My goal, if I can be a little arrogant here, my goal is to hopefully hit that 1,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year. Now, I understand I'm going to have to go pretty hard to hit that goal, and I believe I'm perfectly capable of doing that. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is, so we're going to see if we can't make that happen. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And if you haven't liked the stream yet, go ahead and smash that like button as well. It helps out the stream, helps out the channel. And if you want to be super duper mega kamehameha awesome, go ahead and check out my Patreon. There's a link in my profile page. It will take you to the Patreon page, which I haven't updated yet. It's still got memory on it. It's me. Trust me. I just haven't gotten around to updating everything yet. But essentially, it's just $1 a month for the Patreon. And what that gets you is on my long form videos, and at the end of streams, I do a Patreon shout out. I think on my Patreons, I read their names out on the stream, and they're in the credits of my videos for the long form videos. And you get to watch my long form videos when they are done, as opposed to when I release them on Friday. I'm going to probably have just one long form video a month, so that I can really put some effort into it. I'm going to see if I can get them to come out at the end of every month. I'm going to do at least three shorts every week. And I'm going to stream every weekend. So I'm going to be doing all sorts of content all the time, especially since YouTube recently released more monetization updates for shorts creators and for people who are not in the partner program. Now, that stuff for the non-partner YouTubers, that stuff like super chats, super thanks, stuff like that, and that is slated to come out sometime in 2023. We don't know when yet, but what I want to do is hit the ground running into the new year and carry that momentum with me. Hopefully we'll hit that goal. If not, we'll be, I'm sure, in a better place than we are right now in terms of the channel, and we'll be able to hopefully carry that momentum into a little bit more monetization, which would be super awesome. I would love to be able to do this just as like a side gig. You know, I have no illusions of taking this full time with the level of content's at, with the production value I have going on right now, with the time that I have to devote to this. I also have a Twitch account, which here in the future I am going to set up multi-streaming, so I'll be here and on Twitch as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. I believe in you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so we are definitely gonna be putting the face to the grindstone, if that's the phrase. If it's not, I really don't care. But yeah, man, it should be a lot of fun. Hey, I appreciate it, man. You know, while I'd certainly appreciate the Patreon support, you know, just do what you can. If you want to support my channel, great. You know, if you have other stuff to take care of, hey, man, I get it. Times are hard. Honestly, I've been living off of microwave pizzas for the past couple months, so that and ramen noodles. I like to make. Basically, I'll take the ramen noodles and some pasta sauce and just make low-budget spaghetti. It's surprisingly filling and very cheap, so you know I can't knock that. I live off of processed fake Italian food. Ain't no shame in my game. But yeah, man, I started a new job where I'm getting paid a little bit more. It's still work from home, so that's great. I'm pretty much doing the same thing I was doing for the past year and a half, just making more money doing it. So now that the schedule is settled and I'm getting the hang of the job and I can just kind of log in and do it, log out and be done, I can really start focusing more on the content, and I'm really excited, man. This is good, especially headed into the holiday season. You know, spooky season's here, so Halloween, of course, is going to be a big deal. I'd like to figure something out for Turkey Day. Of course, I want to do this Christmas special. I plan on hitting up people like Kame the Turtle, Shrapnel Varger, maybe a couple of others, and you know, maybe like to get with them and kind of brainstorm what we can do for sort of a Christmas special for the YouTube furry community. It'll be fun. I really do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, you know, if you guys, honestly, if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see for like a Christmas special, definitely hit me up, because I'm always brainstorming for new ideas. Okay, I'm just checking on how we're doing on frames on the stream. You know, drop frames are within decent parameters here. And what do you think of the set? The screen and everything. I put up some balloons. I like the kind of Y2K aesthetic. I want to keep that going and carry that over from memory, because the Y2K early 2000s kind of K-Bug look is just my aesthetic. And of course the Sonic Adventure style is probably the most 2000 video game series ever. That and Space Channel 5 and Jet Grind Radio, which I have both of them on Steam, so we might do some streams for that. Also Crossnick. I have a stream of me as Memory playing Crossnick Plus. Dude, I love puzzle games, and that is an amazing puzzle game with, basically, it's like if Tetris and DDR had a baby, and that baby had some amazing music. It's $10 on Steam. It's also on Switch. I don't know how much it is on Switch, but go check it out, please. Don't discount the puzzle genre just because it's not for the hardcore. You can have a lot of fun with puzzle games because they can devote more time to the experience of playing the game and not does it work. You can just kind of relax and just kind of vibe to the music while you just have something to do. It's really great for when you just want to chill out and just veg for an hour or two and just keep your brain working. Yeah, absolutely. Crossnick Plus. Here, I'll type it out in the chat. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I got a stream up of me playing that, so definitely check it out. I got the hang of it, but it still was a brain scratcher. You know, I get my butt handed to me a couple times, but it's a lot of fun, and I wish they had an online mode. Actually, I think they do, but no, I remember, I checked. It was just local multiplayer, which was weird. You would think that would be all about online, but no, I don't know what the deal is. Tell you what would be really cool is like the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure 2, if they added online features and stuff like the Chow races and Chow karate. How cool would that be? They had leaderboards and everything. Yeah, maybe for the future, you know, future Chow Garden, but I don't know. Like, see, I read somewhere, and I don't know how true this is, that the reason they stopped doing so much stuff for the Chow in their games is because they wanted stuff they could merchandise. Plushies, figurines, t-shirts, that sort of thing. And the Chow, the way they were colored, made it difficult for them to make merchandise for them. Which is bullcrap, because I have a Chow plushie who is adorable and I love him. So, yeah, and honestly, if they did something like Chow Garden app, where you could do like little, like you could earn so many Chow drives or animals per day, but you could do microtransactions to buy more. I mean, they'd make a mint. They'd make an absolute killing, I can almost guarantee you. And you do it like an app, and you could have like a little AR thing, like Pokemon Go, where you could take pictures with it and stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But anyway, yeah, like I got tons of dumb ideas rattling around up here. I think it'd be a lot of cool. Maybe talk about them in a video or something. Who knows? You know, sky's the limit. We're back in the fluff and ready to go. So I'm super stoked about it. As far as how long we're going to be streaming, I would like to stream until 6, so like an hour and a half. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, I do like an app with microtransactions, you know, the devil of gaming, but heck, man, you know, people would spend money on it. People spend money on freaking Candy Crush all the time. And you take Candy Crush, make it adorable, I guarantee you, people would start throwing money at Sega. Might even be able to afford to make a console again. Yeah. Oh, did you guys see that new Cyberpunk anime that came out for Netflix? Like, I've been out of the anime game for a while. The last anime series I actually watched was Dragon Ball Super, I want to say. But I love the Cyberpunk universe. I play Cyberpunk 2077. I'm learning to run Cyberpunk Red. Yeah, man, no spoilers here, but man, that ending hit me like a truck, bro. It was crazy. And in case you're wondering, I'm running this off of OBS. I have Streamlabs also, which I'm gonna have to set up later. OBS was easy just to set up and run. Like I said, didn't have to be perfect, just good enough to work today. We're gonna worry about the bells and whistles at a later date and time. I just wanted to make sure that everything, all the important stuff like my model and everything worked. But I'm super excited, man. This is a lot of fun. And I'm happy to be back into it. Yeah, it is. Cyberpunk really is. Yeah, it's a great platform, tell a lot of really cool stories. If you want to go back to the very beginning of the genre of Cyberpunk, I highly advise you to check out, what was his name? There's a BBC radio drama of Neuromancer, and it is really, really good. Definitely check that out on YouTube. It's about like an hour, hour and a half. It's definitely worth your time. Check out Neuromancer, man. It's like Neuromancer and Blade Runner are pretty much the genesis of the cyberpunk genre of sci-fi. Basically, the dude who was writing Neuromancer went to see Blade Runner and said, crap, this is basically my book, and went home and rewrote the whole thing a second time. Alright, I'm going to give my dog some water. She's whining again. I don't know what her deal is. She is just full of beans today. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna hear my dog drinking. Just deal with it. Not you. You're fine. Drink. She's looking at me like, what? I'm just like, whatever. Just drink your water. You were whining. I gave it to you. There you go. Anyway, yeah, man. Oh, I got myself a old 2012 MacBook. Part of me wants to see if I can trick it into streaming. I have no illusions about how good it's going to be, but who knows? We'll see. I might try it, just get a wild hair up my ass and give it a go anyway, but whatever. I'm also getting an iPad. So that is going to be a lot of fun for drawing and upgrading my model. I'll have more space to draw. I have an iPhone 12 right now, and that's what I've basically retrofitted this model with, that and a stylus, and it worked. But having more room to draw will make it work better, hopefully. So yeah, and this iPad is actually still supported by iOS. It's not obsolete yet. Yay! I can usually only afford obsolete technology. I'm very happy about having actual current tech. Yay. Only reason I have an iPhone 12 is because I used to work in mobile phones, so I was able to upgrade for a really cheap price. I used to be straight up Android, and truth be told, I still love Android just because it's so hackable and I can emulate just about anything on a decent phone. Like with my my first like real flagship phone that I ever had was a Samsung S9 Plus, and through tinkering and luck and determination, I was actually able to play GameCube on my old mid-20 teens Samsung phone. I am not kidding. It ran like a slideshow, but it ran! I tried to play Phantasy Star Online. I could not play Phantasy Star Online. It ran, but I could not play it. Still cool though. And that actually might be something I get into later. Yeah. Like I said, I just wanted to see if it would do it, and it did. I usually wouldn't recommend running anything above 5th generation, PlayStation, Sega Saturn, N64. Even those, I would only really recommend running PlayStation because the Saturn's architecture is so schwonky that nothing wants to run it. That's why most developers didn't want to make games for it in the first place. So it's really hard to run stuff for it. And it's really hard to run stuff for the N64 just because, again, the architecture wasn't meant for discs and stuff like that. It's just Nintendo being an old man about gaming and trying to be in cartridges when CDs were the norm. Anyway, yeah, That's actually one of the few things I don't emulate as N64. That's why I actually picked one up and why I'm doing a video about it. Their first party games are actually really, really good, and I grew up playing N64 with my buddy Corey, playing shit like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. My buddy Corey liked Turok. That wasn't my thing, but it was his thing, whatever. And I can't tell you how many times we've all gotten drunk and sat around playing fucking Mario Party. That shit's amazing. That shit will ruin friendships faster than anything. Oh, I remember the first time I actually saw the commercial for Super Smash Brothers. I was a little kid and I just saw it come on TV. A bunch of video game characters showed up on television and started beating the shit out of each other. And I'm like, oh my god, I know what I want for Christmas. I want the fighting game with the Pikachu. That also, shit, might be something we do, is just look up a bunch of old video game commercials and check that out. Could be a lot of fun. Stuff from the 90s and early 2000s. Just react to some, well, I say react, but my reaction, you know, so far is just this and this and this. Wow. Such screen. What TV. Wow. But yeah, like I said, this, I want to upgrade this as I go, but this is the starting point I'm happy with. First thing I'd like to do is see if I can get face tracking, eye tracking, head tracking. If I can make this move a little more than just shaking like I'm high on caffeine. I'll be honest, the PNG tuber stuff kind of reminds me of overly sarcastic productions. You know, Red's mythology and Blue's history videos where they're just a static image on the screen. That's kind of that's what that reminds me of, and it's like I almost want to start talking about, you know, Rome was invaded by fucking barbarians back in fucking AD whatever, and they took a bunch of stuff from Rome and sold it to go get food because Rome was being a butt and starved them, which is all true. Just go into a diatribe about ancient history, but yeah. PNG tubing, it doesn't make your computer cry. If you are working on a relatively low spec machine like I am, it's a gaming PC, but it's an old gaming PC a friend gave me for free. This will do it. PNG tubing is great, and part of me wants to make a tutorial, but then part of me also remembers that I can't explain shit for crap, and it will not be a very informative video. It'll just be me doing it and being like, click this and then put this in this and then drag it here. And no one learns a thing from it. So I'm just best pointing you in the direction of where I got the information from. I'm not a tutorial channel. I do that for a living. I do tech support. Don't make me do it for free. Let me actually pull up. There we go. Okay. Just pulling up some information. And yeah, I dusted off my old Twitch account. I hadn't logged into that thing forever. And, like, man. And just for a goof, let me actually see, when was the last time I streamed on this channel? Okay, so I got 31 followers, and if you're curious, the Twitch channel is here. I'll just plug it into the chat for you. Yeah, there's my Twitch channel. I just posted it in the chat. So I've just updated it with the new visuals for my brand, with the new model and everything. Let me see when I last streamed. Yeah, it doesn't show me where. Yeah, okay. So it was so long ago that it no longer has the VOD. So there. Like, I'm sure it was at least months. I don't know. Something else I'm looking forward to is a new Legacy of Kain game, hopefully. Maybe. Crystal Dynamics, IDOS have been basically grabbing back their stuff that they sold earlier, so hopefully, Gex, maybe, Legacy of Kain, maybe, Tomb Raider, maybe, something. And they're also coming out with a new Digimon Tamagotchi guy, where it's fully colored and USB chargeable, which is good because those things eat up those watch batteries like candy. Yeah, man. Like, I use, I still play my PSP. I've modified it to run my PS1 games. So I just download some ISOs and plop those in there, and I just play my PS1 on my PSP. And if you're looking for recommendations, I can highly recommend a game called Dragon Seed. It's basically Monster Rancher, but with dragons, and really good music. And that's a common theme. If a game has really good music, I'm probably going to like it. A cool thing about Dragon Seeds is you can actually find secret dragons by plugging in memory cards to the second memory card slot, and depending on what saves you have, you can find basically wild dragons and basically adopt them, more or less, depending on what saves you have. It's kind of like Monster Rancher in that regard, whereas they did it with discs instead of memory card saves. It's pretty cool stuff. I definitely, like I said, definitely recommend checking it out. Always check out the Parappa the Rappa and Jammer Lammy games. Those are a lot of fun. I love rhythm games too. Rhythm games, puzzle games. Call me a filthy casual. I don't care. I play games to have fun, not to impress teenagers online. Just trust me. Most of the mean comments on my channel are from teenagers online. All right, I don't work for those guys. Let me tell you. Back in my day, if you wanted to talk trash to somebody you were playing a game with, you were in the same room with them. So if you said the wrong thing and they swung across and knocked your teeth down your throat, you had no one to blame but yourself. You were held accountable. Now, you're 1,000 miles away, you can say all sorts of heinous crap. No one's held accountable for it. And everybody thinks they're so clever. Team Buddies. No, I have not heard of Team Buddies. I'm trying to think of what we can do for Halloween. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe we can use little random PNG items to dress up our models in Halloween costumes. Be kind of cool. Dress up the set for fucking Halloween. Get different backgrounds and stuff like that. But I want to do something cool, I want to do something cool for the holidays, especially since I'm really trying to go hard at this whole YouTube thing. so I can hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone. There we go. All right, so stream's going pretty well. I'm just checking on how it's performing. We're doing pretty good. All right. Right, looks good. Tell me about your plans for the weekend, man. Because I plan on having a nice, relaxing weekend while I continue to get stuff set up and just making content. Just improving basically honing my craft. Because now that I have time, like I said, I really want to hit the grindstone with it. I'm going to do some shorts. I'm going to do as many as possible, and I'm going to schedule them to come out as often as I can. I want to have at least 3 a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if I can do more, I will, especially with the way they're monetizing shorts. Let me actually pull it up. Let me show you how they're monetizing shorts. Hold on. Google, awaken! Okay. Here we go. That's the Shorts Fund. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it out. Here we go. Yes, okay, this is recent. And I'm going to be reading this directly from an article from Forbes. YouTube has unveiled a new way for creators to monetize shorts. A change aimed at making the short-form videos more lucrative for some of the biggest stars and aspiring talent on the internet. The move is arguably YouTube's biggest swing yet at TikTok, a rival video giant from China that is, as some say, eating the lunch of American social media companies, snapping up US-based creators and audiences in the intensifying platform war. Starting next year, eligible YouTube creators will be able to keep a more sizable portion of monthly ad revenue in LA that featured, more sizable portion of monthly ad revenue coming from shorts. Executive announced Tuesday at Made on YouTube, an event in LA that featured speakers including singer Jason Derulo, online personalities like Colin and Samir, famed choreographer Kyle Haganami, and hairstylist turned viral entertainer Chris Collins. They will split that revenue with the music partners whose songs are used in those videos. Now, how much exactly creators will pocket is unclear. YouTube's messaging has led some to believe posters will keep 45% of their ad revenue from shorts, but as VidCon creator Hank Green astutely pointed out on Twitter, they will take home a slice of that dependent on overall views. YouTube's success has been built on long-form and live streaming. The company's chief product officer, Neil Mohan, told the audience, but we want to support creators in all the ways they're using YouTube to tell their stories, including the mobile first generation of creators making YouTube shorts. Similar to TikTok Creator Fund, the YouTube has been rewarding the creators behind its quick hit videos through the YouTube Shorts Creator Fund. But because the cash in these buckets is limited, payouts have become smaller as the platforms have grown in size. This new revenue sharing for shorts through YouTube's partner program is intended to be a more permanent, scalable alternative. Creator funds can't keep up with the incredible growth that we're seeing in short-form video, Mohan said Tuesday, noting that most Shorts Fund recipients are expected to earn more money under the new model. Tara Walpert-Levy, YouTube's vice president and the America Global Content, added that the revenue sharing plan ensures that as a platform and community grows, you will continue to grow with us. Walpert-Levy said the changes were prompted by the platform's desire to give people introducing short videos the same opportunity for financial success as those sharing long-form ones, which have historically been YouTube's bread and butter. But asked by Forbes how YouTube's leadership is thinking about TikTok's aggressive expansion in the US and whether monetization of YouTube Shorts will provide more upside for creators than TikTok videos do, she dodged the question, saying that it's a competitive environment and that we want to be home for creators, which means offering the broadest suite of ways that people can express themselves. Attendee in Forbes 30 Under 30 album, Chris Collins, who took the stage to praise YouTube's new initiative, notably had just 7 million followers on YouTube and nearly 47 million on TikTok. And there's more stuff here. This is a long-ass article. I won't bore you with it. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just reading a Forbes article about the new Shorts monetization policy. We're about to finish reading the article here. Here we go. Okay. And this is reading directly from Forbes. This is basically breaking it down Barney style, the new way that they're going to be monetizing YouTube Shorts. This is important, particularly to me, because Shorts have been a really big part of my channel, and I really want to kind of hammer home as hard as I can the best way to make content for me, and I really feel like that's going to be Shorts. Of course, we're also going to do streaming here. We're also going to do the long form content. So getting back to the article, former music industry titan Liar Cohen, who served as president of Def Jam and executive of Warner Music Group before becoming Google and YouTube's global head of music, also shared the company's plans for helping creators find and employ popular songs in their videos. Through Creator Music, users will be able to browse an expansive catalog of songs where they can choose to buy licenses for that music up front or elect a revenue sharing option that will allow creators to split their profits with the artists and songwriters. Collaboration between creators and artists and songwriters will unlock new revenue opportunities for everybody, while connecting viewers with their favorite music, Cohen said. That's what I call the real win-win-win. Derulo applauded the project, which is currently in beta set to launch in the US this fall. The people that are deciding the pulse and the culture and successful songs are the kids coming up on social media, he told the audience. I want my music to be on your page. I can be seen and heard by way more people. Creators Colin and Samir characterized the YouTube announcement as among the most significant since they became active on the platform over a decade ago. Before Shorts were tied to revenue, they were largely a way for creators to reach new viewers and then convert them into subscribers of their long-form content, which generated the ad revenue. Colin and Samir explained, but with the coming revenue-sharing model, Shorts are going to become lucrative on their own. Colin and Samir called it liberating to be able to have top-performing videos that are 20 seconds or 2 hours long and to be able to earn through both formats. It's a huge incentive for me to put all my work into one place, Colin said. No, it's okay. My professional reading voice is entirely different from my streaming voice. It's also entirely different from my phone voice. So you're getting professional retro Coyote. I feel like I need to put on a tie for this. Actually, hold on. No, go away. Hold on. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. There we go. Let me see. I'm going to get a tie. Hold on. This will work. Trying to do a thing. not what I wanted either. God dang it. This is starting to upset me. Trying to be silly. They're making it difficult. Okay, there we go. No, go away, dodgy websites. No. Hold on. No, don't do that. Ah! Oh my God, this tie is so long. I'm just trying to do a bit, guys. There, I have a tie now. Okay, back to the news. Okay. Creators Colin and Samir characterized these YouTube announcements as among the most significant since they became active on the platform a decade ago. Before shorts were tied to revenue, they were largely a way for creators to reach new viewers and then convert them into subscribers of their longer content, which made more ad revenue. But with the coming revenue sharing model, shorts are going to become lucrative on their own. It's liberating to be able to have top performing videos that are 20 seconds or 2 hours long and earn through both formats. Other platforms are focused on getting the people their 15 seconds of fame, she added, but that's great, but YouTube's taking a different approach. They're helping creators make stuff in multiple formats. They're removing restrictions and they're supporting creativity no matter what form it takes. And this is a huge deal for creators like me. Okay, so that's pretty much, in so many words, what's going on with YouTube right now. They are essentially making their monetization process for shorts more akin to their monetization process for long-form videos. I'm going to keep that tie. I'm going to put it in my assets folder. I'll tell you what, if it works, if you like that, I'll read one news article per stream. I'll set up like a news show. Ignore the cartoony Coyote on the screen. We're serious news here. We're about the truth, no matter how hairy it gets. Yes, it is. Even my dog thought that joke was terrible. Okay, but yeah. So also, essentially, the way you're going to be able to qualify for that monetization program is to hit, I believe the number was 10 million views in 90 days. Either 10 million or 100 million. I think it's 10 million views in 90 days, which people were really upset about because for smaller creators like me, that's not always possible. I haven't hit 1 million views total on my channel yet. So a lot of people are really upset about that particular number. People are complaining that they feel like they just plucked it out of the air with no thought put into it, which I guess they kind of did. But when you actually stop and look at what shorts are doing and how much they're doing on the site, it makes sense. A lot of the biggest shorts are doing millions and millions of views. And my hope is that they do a better job of finding reposts from places like TikTok and Instagram Reels, stuff like that. Stuff they just moved over to YouTube. Because, again, that's basically something YouTube has been doing, but those are the ones getting the views. So it remains to be seen how well that's going to work. What I'm really looking forward to is the other monetization options coming next year, which is why I'm so stoked to be getting back into this like this, so that I can hit the holiday season and really go into the new year with a much larger community, having worked throughout the holidays to grow that community and to hit the ground running with momentum into the new year, and hopefully be in a position to take advantage of those new monetization options. And the news is over, so I'm taking my tie off. We're not doing the tie anymore. Where's the? Come here. Get out of here. Yes, I'm going to remove the tie. Ah. Okay. But I like that though. That's fun. See, that's the kind of stuff I want to do with this stream. Stupid off the cuff goofs like that. So I love my life in gaming. Oh my God, I love it. They are the ones I go to when I want to see the best way to hook up my game systems to my TV. They have like a whole 10-hour long playlist of how to plug in every console with the best wires ever to get the best picture, the best sound, the best everything. They're the ones I go to for that. And they're the ones I take recommendations for third-party controllers and shit from. I love my life in gaming. Those guys are amazing. They're the ones who told me that the Sega Dreamcast is native VGA. Like that old computer plug-in from way back in the day, the little blue shovel-looking thing with the screws on it. Yeah, you plug that into a TV, you plug that into your Dreamcast, you get 480p. Not HD, it is, but it's just barely into HD. But back in the day, in 2000, that was a big deal. You got to remember, Dreamcast ran off Microsoft, its own special version of Microsoft CE, and it was native to basically a computer monitor. You would plug it into a computer monitor and play online with your friends. So it doesn't surprise me at all, but it's still really cool. I plugged it into a TV and it looked amazing and it sounded great. I actually had to plug in external speakers because VGA doesn't support audio, but regardless, it worked and it was really cool to do. It's really not. You basically find the best way to hook it up and say, okay, for PlayStation, I get this, and that's how I hook up my PlayStation. For my Genesis, I do this, and that's how I hook up my Genesis. You basically have one thing, get the best setup for that console, and that's how you do it. Well, that's when you get one of those little switch boxes. I know those can be expensive, but as someone who grew up playing multiple consoles, they can be a lifesaver. And if I had more room in my room, I'd have one too. I'm going to go feed my dog before she rips my freaking bed to pieces. Hold on. quit crying. Like I don't feed you way too much as it is. Okay, yes, granted, I saw your chat. I'm back, by the way. Hi. I saw your chat about the Frame Meisters. Yes, they are hecka expensive, but they are not a solution for Joe Schmoes like you and me. They are for people who want a professional resolution for professional reasons. They're for setting up, essentially, they're for building a console arcade in your rumpus room. It's for people who can afford rumpus rooms. For us, you just get the best quality VGA or AV cables or RCA cables. You get the best cords to plug into your TV. And maybe you're lucky you can afford one of those professional video monitors from Sony, those really nice CRTs. I'd love to get my hands on one of those. Oh man. But like they're not super expensive on their own, but the shipping is well, you're basically paying for it twice with the shipping. Like, oh. But it's almost worth it for the resolution you're getting with those CRTs. Because again, you got to remember a lot of these old games, even up to the Xbox, like the 6th generation, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast era, everything up to that point was built, designed, programmed to be played and displayed on a CRT television. And you remember those big tube TVs, those CRTs, they bend and bulb out the image on the screen. And the resolution is such that it can hide those pixels. That's not just nostalgia. The games really did look better back then. Oh yeah, I actually used to have a very tiny 8-inch CRT television with a VCR built in. I actually started to collect VHS tapes, and then I came to my senses and said I do not nearly have enough room for that. Okay, it's funny because my dog is eating dog food right now, and if I stop talking, my guy is moving because the audio is being caught and it looks like I'm eating dog food. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. This is so stupid. But anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, it's not true nostalgia. They really did look better back then. And to be honest, like I said, anything up to that generation anyway, you can usually just emulate, with a couple exceptions we talked about earlier. Which is why I'm actually, you know, I don't hate on people who emulate. I actually, for my dad's birthday, I built him a miniature arcade cabinet, and we installed a Raspberry Pi in there with RetroPie, and it's basically an everything emulator running off like an arcade cabinet. And it's so good. They're still canids. They can eat the same thing. Technically, humans can eat dog food. All dog food has to be human grade because during the war and the Great Depression and that kind of span of time, times were dark and desperate people had died eating tainted dog food. So the FDA came down and said, nah, man, look, if disaster strikes, we got to be able to survive off of dog food if we have to. And so, yeah, humans can technically eat dog food. It is not a pleasant experience. Don't ask me how I know this. But it is technically possible. And I'm not a fox, I'm a coyote. It's not Retro Fox. And it's sure as hell not Fox News. It's Retro Coyote. You know, something you can actually do is hit up secondhand stores or local garage sales or your Facebook groups and crap like that. Grab one of those arcade one-ups that you'll see at Walmart. A lot of people are selling those secondhand. Even if you can buy a broken one for cheap, you can gut that, and with a little know-how and YouTube tutorial videos, you can retrofit that into being whatever you want it to be. You can build it to play whatever games you want. And with a little bit of creativity, you can even redo a lot of the branding and everything on it. Heck, my dad took one of his and got a light-up marquee on it. He put some really nice T-molding and like a fake coin door and everything. Like, he got that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet, and he got that thing looking spiffy. He had found like a plastic TMNT sewer lid at like a flea market or whatever, and he did with that, and green LEDs and all sorts of, like, it's the coolest looking arcade cabinet we have. And we actually have an arcade in our living room over at my dad's apartment. I helped him build it. I do like Tails. He is my favorite character, and I'd be lying if I said a little bit of him didn't sneak its way into the design for this character. Especially Sonic Boom Tails. They actually gave the character's personality in the Sonic Boom cartoon show, which is on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's hilarious. It's the best thing to come out of Sonic Boom. I actually like to watch, I saw a couple TikToks kind of made me laugh. The voiceover bloopers for some of the Sonic games. Oh my god. The voice actor for Dr. Eggman is actually hilarious, so it works. And he's so nice too. He's just like, I can't forget, I kind of try to remember the line, but it was like, why can't I remember it? Oh, god dang it. The restraints of the form have limited its natural inhibitors. Sonic! Oh, no, that's a comma. Oh, hi, everybody. Like, he's just so nice about it. He's just like, oh, I'm a goober. Hello, everybody. I'm Eggman. Like he's a fucking YouTuber or some shit. Hi, everybody. I'm Eggman, and we're playing Splatoon 2 on Twitch. But yeah. Bah. Oh. One of the systems I'm actually looking to start collecting for. I say systems, but I need to get my hands on an Xbox One or an Xbox 360, so I can start collecting for the Xbox consoles again, man. Because A, they're cheap, so you can get a big collection pretty cheaply. No, he does not. Mike Pollock, thank you, by the way. That's what his name is. But he sounds like, basically, I could definitely see him doing that. Just being like, hey, we're gonna play some fucking Skyrim. Here we go. But yeah, anyway, I want to start collecting for the Xbox consoles again, especially the OG Xbox, because man, it was their first console, and they were like, hey, to stand out, we got to be cool. We got to be weird, man. And boy, did they! Like, man, like even I can't remember. Oh yeah, the a lot of the games like Blinks were aimed at Japan. Didn't really work out that well. It kind of didn't happen. Which reminds me, the copyright for him is up. Anybody can use Blinks now. He's a free character. What was I saying? Oh yeah, a lot of the games were really weird. Stuff like Jade Empire, Whacked, the Xbox arcade games, Halo Halo fucking changed everything, man. Let me tell you. Xbox had some weird ass games, and they were fun, and they were very unique, like Fable. They had that very early 2000s. This is the last hurrah of the fart joke kind of humor. You know what I mean? Stuff that you have to be 16 to legally watch, but 6 to really appreciate. Some Shaggy in my voice. Like a Scoob! Like we gotta go get the Chaos Emeralds! I can do a pretty decent Shaggy. I think when Halloween I actually was Shaggy. My dog actually looks like Scooby. She's a brown Rhodesian Ridgeback with black spots, so it worked out. But yeah, Shaggy's actually not that hard to do. You just got to be willing to crack your voice like you're going through puberty a third time. Like you gotta remember to stretch those vowels, man. The last bit was awful. So yeah, we're about to start shutting it down here pretty soon because my dog, I guess, is getting impatient, which fair. I've literally been sitting in front of a computer screen all day. But yeah, this was fun, guys. Let me know in the comments, or let me know on Twitter or on the YouTube comments for my shorts and stuff like that. Let me know the kind of stuff that you want to see, because I'm always looking for ideas for new content. And if I haven't already, I'll link you to the video, because I've been at this for almost, what, 2 years now? Wow. Jeez, man, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Holy crap, man. All right. But, yeah, this was fun. Like I said, I'm super glad to be doing this, and thank you guys so much for coming to my first stream. Yeah, and I have a new short coming out tomorrow, so if you're not subscribed, get there so you don't miss it. And I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Thank you all so much for coming. I can finally take this down. Hold on. Where is it? Get out of here. Yeah, cocaine's gone. Party's over. Go home. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm super jazzed to be back. Let's get to it and let's have a fucking badass holiday, guys. I'll catch y'all later.